Tony Khan makes his overtures to you to come in, was there part of you, did you think if I take this, the door is closed to WWE? Did you think if I take this, that's the only way I could do what I wanted to do there one day? Was that any of that in your mind?
I didn't care about door being closed with WWE because, like I said, at that point, and this is not like angry or bitter, it's second match. Okay, great. Let's do something else. So when the idea came for AEW, and like you've heard it a million times, like, there's a new wrestling company, this guy's got some money, like whatever. Whatever, same thing over and over again. And it took me a while to really believe what Tony was talking about. Because what you need to start a company is you need money and a lot of it, which the Khan family has. You need a great television deal, which we didn't have at the time, but we finally got it with TNT and TBS. And you need a collection of guys who aren't retreads or haven't lived up to their full potential. And we had that with the Elite right out of the gate, and then bringing in Moxley right out of the bat for the first show that we had. That's a guy who just was not even close to living up to his full potential. You can see that now. Moxley now is so much better and bigger than he ever was as Dean Ambrose. So we had all three of those things, and also a passion and a desire and not a vendetta, but there was a point to prove. So when I started really thinking about going to AEW, it really reignited my passion and love for wrestling. And more importantly, I said I could really cement my legacy with this because I could stay in WWE. It doesn't matter. It's always going to be good if I'm there. Anything that I do, at the risk of sounding egotistical, anything I do is going to be good. But if I go to AEW and it becomes something, we've now changed the course of wrestling history. And it's basically on my back. The first 3 or 4 months of AEW was on Chris Jericho's back completely. So that was like, if we can make this work, suddenly there's a whole different level of, legendary status to Chris Jericho. I did give WWE a chance, though. I did give them a chance and said, here's the offer that I've gotten for this new company. And I was told Vince says, take it. I think he thought I was bluffing. And when I took it, then about a week later, he's like, you took it? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, can you get out of it? I'm like, no. You told me to take it. Why would I try and get out of it, And then he's like, well, what's the word, when you're trying to bring somebody in, who's, I don't know, whatever. It's like not cultivating, but who's kind of...
Who's backing it?
Yeah, well, like, if you're going to the Army and you enroll into the Army, you're signing up and you are...
Enroll?
Enlist. So who's enlisting? I'll think of the word later. Like, who's kind of bringing in guys? Who's the broker to get guys to come in? That's what Vince is asking me. And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, well, it's me. I didn't want to tell him that. And then he was asking me all these, like, what kind of a TV deal? And I was like, you can't ask me these questions. I'm not going under here as a covert agent, spy for Vince McMahon. So anyways, and then once I took the deal with Tony, I'm full on 1,000%, no looking back. Let's create some history, and that's what we did. Recruiting, that's the word.
Recruiting!
You guys go on top of a steel cage and get spun around a bunch of times. See if you can remember words.